Good evening. I am Arachna of the Spider People, your hostess with the mostess. And welcome to Beware Theater, because this be where you're gonna see some really bad movies. We've got monsters, aliens, vampires, werewolves, and of course, the undead. So take a load off, pull up a couch, and fasten your seatbelt. It's gonna be a creepy night. Tonight we watch something different, a movie serial, The Phantom Creeps, starring Bela Lugosi. And no, Deadly, not serial, serials. English is so confusing. The movie serials started in the early 1900s, and they were weekly 20-minute episodes of a continuing story, usually about crime, espionage, westerns, sci-fi, and comic book heroes. And they were full of fistfights and gunfights and car chases and all kinds of action. And they usually ended with some kind of vehicle going over a cliff or crashing, called a cliffhanger, so that people wanted to come back the next week to see what happened. Before television was invented, over half of the US public went to the movie theater every week, especially during the Great Depression, so they could stay warm and dry and forget their problems. It also had a social phenomenon that we don't have today called the Saturday matinees for kids. What were they like? I'll tell you what they were like. Close your eyes, you too, Deadly. Imagine you are a 10-year-old and you and your friends just walked to the movie theater, paid 25 cents to get in, plus 5 cents for a hot sack of popcorn. You raced to the balcony, laughing and roughhousing and pushing and shoving each other and throwing spitwads down on the people below. And guess what? There are no parents in sight. The whole movie theater are full of kids. The parents are at home taking a break, knowing that their kids are safe at the movie theater. The lights go down, and you are glued to your seat for the next couple hours watching a 20-minute movie serial episode, a couple of cartoons, and 2 movies. It was so much fun, and a whole lot better than just binge-watching movies in your living room. The Phantom Creeps was made in 1939 for the movie theater. 10 years later, in 1949, they condensed all 4 hours of the 12 episodes into an 80-minute TV movie. Unfortunately, some of the cuts are kind of jerky, some of the prints are a little dark, but it has the most wonderful performance by Bela Lugosi as crazy Dr. Zorka, who wants to rule the world with his sci-fi gadgets. So now we watch The Phantom Creeps.
Control board. Dr. Zorka, you're not going to let that thing out again, are you?
Certainly. There's work to be done on it.
Might get away like it did last time.
I created it. I can control it or destroy it as I can you. You whom I helped escape from prison.
I'll see what good it is. The cops will never let anything like that walk down the street.
What could the police or anybody do against an army like them? controlled, I could crush all opposition and make me the most powerful man in the world.
Hey, watch it! There's a car outside.
That will be my wife. She wants to take me away. She's afraid of what I'm doing here, yet she knows only a small part of it.
Let me go in and talk to him alone, Dr. Mallory. He's been angry with you ever since you refused to continue to work with him.
I did so only because he was working along lines contrary to the good of mankind.
I know. He still is. I hope I can stop him before it's too late.
I hate to have you face him alone.
Oh, I don't fear him. I think he really cares for me. As much as he can care for anyone.
Except himself.
You're not going to tell her about the new element you discovered, are you?
Only enough to prove that I have accomplished what they told me was impossible. Get me one of the magnetized discs.
But won't your wife think that...
Silence.
Alex!
Anne, my dear.
You're glad to see me?
Very. I've been wanting a witness to my great crime.
Oh.
Yes. I've told Mallory and the others there was a way to induce a state of suspended animation that couldn't be told from death, that I could find it. They called me a dreamer, a fool, but now I have it. And you shall see and tell them. Come. You see this disc? Watch. It will not come to you. It will go only to that disc which I have put there by the plan. That disc there is magnetized by a positive ray with my new element which is unknown to science. And this little spider carries the negative. When the two meet, you shall see. No, it's not dead. Nor would a person be under same circumstances. It's too bad that Mallory is not here to see my trial.
I have seen it.
You were spying.
Call it that if you wish, Alex. But you made no secret of it. Now my fear is, what are you going to do with it?
I shall do with it as I wish. Not hand it over to the government, as you would have me.
I still think that would be best. It should be under control for the good of mankind. You would still receive credit for its discovery.
They would destroy it if they could.
But possibly...
Never will I let it go. Already a foreign government had offered me millions. Perhaps I shall sell to them.
Don't you realize what a terrific weapon it would be in the hands of unscrupulous people?
Of course. That is why they shall pay me dearly for it.
Alex, you must not.
Then it is my duty to inform the government at once.
Alex, please.
All right. If it is your duty, do so by all means. But you will find it a great mistake.
What do you mean?
You shall soon learn. All of you. Monk! Monk! Get the visualizer. Did you carry out my instructions regarding the work to be done on this?
Yes, sir. I strengthened the ionizer, but I was afraid to use it.
I'm not afraid. They think they know everything that I have. But they know nothing of this visualizer that will conceal me from my enemies.
I'll stay here tonight. Perhaps I can see him again. and persuade him from his mad course.
And I'll get in touch with the government. I've already talked with Captain West of the War Department about Alex.
They won't punish him, will they?
No, Anne, they'll just keep him and what he has found under control so that he can't misuse it or dispose of it to a country that would. Good night, Anne.
Good night.
It is perfect, but for a shadow.
But can you come back?
Surely, I must come back. And now, as the Phantom, there is nothing that I cannot do. Nobody can find our secret workshop without the Iron Man helping.
Unless they find the secret entrance to the cave.
Oh, it is concealed so cleverly, nobody will ever find it. They must never know about you, the source of all my power. It's a car, probably Mallory.
Morning, Anne.
I'm so glad you got here.
Captain West arrived yet?
No, how could he?
He's flying down, so I wouldn't be surprised to find him here. That must be Bob West. It's a government plane.
They are closing in. They will find nothing. I have to change my appearance.
Maybe you better stay here and keep an eye on the plane, Jim.
Okay.
Captain West, is it true that Dr. Zorka has disappeared?
Well, do you think it's fair for you to know my name and I don't know yours?
I'm Jean Drew.
Well, what are you doing here?
The Times sent me to look and listen and ask questions.
Sorry, but I'm not allowed to answer any questions.
Do you mind if I go up the house with you?
Yes, I'd mind very much.
You and I better take a little walk, sister.
I don't believe I've met you.
Miss Drew, allow me to present Mr. Jim Daly. You'll find him very good company. From what you say, Dr. Zorka has discovered something very important.
I'm sure he has. Highly dangerous, too. Think what a hostile power could do with it.
Have you made any search for it?
No, we thought we'd better wait till you got here.
Well, let's look in his laboratory.
Aren't you going to take that disc?
I'll get it later. I'd hate to have one of those spiders find it in my pocket.
A lot of equipment seems to have been moved.
You can talk to Rankin of Aspiring. I will be with you, but unseen. We must be more careful than ever that no one discovers the entrance of our secret garage. Let's go. All clear?
Yes, sir.
Then we will go to meet the agent of the Spiring. up that man.
What do you mean? Give him a ride?
Yes. He looks as I used to. He might be useful to me. Come, get in. Man is dead. How fortunate. That simplifies everything. We will make it seem that it is the famous Dr. Zorka who has been killed. Then we will get another car, go home, and see what they are doing there.
Wes speaking. Right, I've got it. We'll fly right down there. Been a car found, wrecked and burned on Highway 10, 50 miles north of here. There's a body in it. Contents of the pockets indicated to Dr. Zorka. Identification is important. You go with us?
You're asking too much, Captain West, after such a shock.
I'll go. I must know. It was Alex.
Warm up the plane, will you, Jim? Whenever you're ready, Mrs. Zorka.
They are taking my wife to identify the body we left at the car. She will know it is not mine.
Can't you stop them by...
She is one of my discs, and she does not know it. I have just time enough to put that spider into her plane. She will go into suspended animation so that she cannot identify the dead man. Then I will take her from them and revive her. Now get the car ready, quick. You have to be there as soon as the plane arrives.
Each movie serial episode began with the title of the episode and a recap of the previous episode to catch people up. And the Phantom Creeps had something even more special, slanted scrolling type, just like this. And if you think that special effect is familiar, that's because George Lucas and Steven Spielberg liked it so much they used it in all their Star Wars movies. But it started right here on the Phantom Creeps. And Dr. Zorka was pretty resourceful, I guess. For example, he picks up a hitchhiker, crashes his car, the poor hitchhiker dies, and he uses the guy's dead body to fake his own death. Blah. And then he puts an exploding spider in his wife's purse to put her into suspended animation so she can't identify his fake dead body. Ay. And these serials had really lame plots, but they were full of action, whether it was believable or not. So I guess in 1939 you could have landed a plane on somebody's front yard if you wanted to.
This wasn't in my bag when I left the house.
That's the same kind of disc that was found under the plant. Are you certain it wasn't in your bag before?
Positive.
From where the car was found, have you any idea where Dr. Zorka was going?
Jim, what's happened?
The crow's out of order. We have to bail out. What are you doing here? Never mind, bail out. Get into the street.
Yes, sir.
This is Zorka. This is Zorka. Faster! Faster! You must get... Stop.
Please, I'm all tangled up.
One moment, madam. Bunk. Help her down.
Our plane crashed.
What plane? Who was in it?
It was a government plane. Two men and another woman. I'm
I'm a reporter. I've got to get to that wreck.
Come. I'm a doctor. I will take you there. Wait a minute. I'm a physician. Vocation.
Captain West, my paper would like an official statement from you.
What were you doing in that plane?
Following you to get a story.
What do you make of him, Doctor?
I find no bodily injuries. The man seemed to be in a coma.
That's right. He collapsed suddenly at the controls.
The ambulance is coming.
Take this girl away.
Come on, lady.
Captain West, I want to know the connection between this plane crash and Dr. Zorka's death. And unless you tell me...
All right, arrest her.
Leave go of me. You can't arrest me without a charge.
Roger was stowing away in a government plane.
Come on.
You can't do this to me.
No, I can't, but he can.
A thorough examination of your pilot, Daly, convinces me that he's in a state of suspended animation. However, I've made arrangements to have him brought here for further observation.
I've been wondering, Doctor, if one of Zorka's discs could have had something to do with it. I handed Daly one of them on the plane. It's disappeared.
But you saw no spiders, and Dr. Zorka is dead.
Yes, but his secrets aren't dead. He might have sold his formula to those foreign agents who were after it.
That still wouldn't explain the presence of the element on the plane. With only Daly and Mrs. Zorka and yourself aboard.
As it happens, there was someone else aboard. Come in, Miss Drew. This is Dr. Mallory.
How do you do, Miss Drew?
The doctor and I are old friends. Did you check my credentials?
Yes.
Satisfied?
No. We have reason to believe that something was smuggled aboard that plane.
Can I print that?
No, you can't print anything except what I tell you. Is that clear?
You win. Shoot.
The airplane crash was a sequel to the violent death of Dr. Zorka.
Really dead. You knew that, Doctor. You saw her. Mallory. And all the so-called scientists who drove me into hiding, they are responsible for her death. They shall pay.
Send this message in code to all our allied foreign operators. As a disguise for our spying operations,
all code messages henceforth will be sent from our International School of Languages.
Well, did you get Zorka's formula?
G-men placed a guard around Zorka's house, and we haven't been able to enter.
You've got to get in, or find Zorka's assistant monk. I'm about to broadcast a recording to our friends in Europe, informing them of Zorka's death.
All right, I'll go myself with some of the men tonight. We may be able to slip past the guards.
Well, see that there are no blunders.
This is an antidote that I prepared in anticipation of such an event as this. This is the first opportunity I've had to test the antidote.
No reaction, sir?
No, something is missing. Some essential ingredient that I've failed to hit upon.
Well, how do you propose to find it?
Make another search of Zorka's laboratory.
Well, come on, before someone else beats us to it.
The place is guarded. I can't reach the secret entrance. Never mind the guards. If they stop you, I will be there to help.
Come on. Back to the house.
Get inside.
Watch wrong? I stopped a guy that was prowling around here, and something hit him from behind, and he got away.
Oh, something hit you from behind, huh?
Draw the curtains. Set the sound detector. You must remove all the spiders and discs. In case Mallory searches this place again. If Mallory came into possession of those discs, you might be able to derive an antidote from it, which would nullify the effect of these spiders. Someone in the house. Put out the light. Stop, you fool!
The driver is gone or he's hiding. You stay here.
Unfortunately, putting an exploding spider in his wife's purse backfired on him big time, because it caused the plane to crash and it killed his wife. So what does he do? He blames the government, and now he's out for revenge. And just because his secret element that's the source of all his power could possibly blow up the world, his ex-partner, Dr. Mallory, rats him out to the US government. So now there's a bunch of G-men and some secret spy ring guys who are after it to steal it. But Dr. Zorka outwits all those dim-witted guys by using his devisualizer belt and makes himself invisible. And our new friend Bob West, the G-Man, performs the obligatory cliffhanger when his car goes off the cliff. So, will he survive? Will Dr. Zorka blow up the world? Will the Iron Man walk any faster? Stay tuned, folks. These questions and many more will be answered in the rest of the serial.
There's something over in those bushes.
Keep down. Must be the driver of that car.
You all right, Bob?
Yeah.
Looks like you cracked up.
Bailed out just in time.
It's Monk. This is a break. The chief wants him. Let's see if we can bring him too. Listen, Monk. With Zorka dead, you're in a tough spot. I want you to join up with our crowd and tell us what's become of Zorka's formula.
What makes you think I know anything about it?
You know plenty. Chief pays big for that kind of information.
What kind of information?
Quit stalling. You know what we're talking about.
I can't even guess.
All right. We'll take him along and work him over.
pulling out from where I left that fellow handcuffed. Will I chase them, Captain? Yeah, looks as if they're taking our prisoner with them.
Who do you suppose they are?
But we're going to find out.
You want to round up the rest of them?
Oh, hold him, Mac. Once enough. Now, who are you? What were you doing at Zorka's house? Come on, talk up.
Well, I... Are you men all right?
Sure thing. Check his prints and measurements, Mac, and check with the FBI.
I'll get the equipment out of the car.
We got to find out all about this gang, who they are, and what they're doing in this business.
Maybe it's the people Zorka intended selling his formula to.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Now with the government and the spy ring both determined to steal my secret, it is necessary to share a very vital secret and knowledge with you. The hiding place of the source of all my power.
The source?
Yes. If they close in during my absence, you would be able to remove it to a safer place. And there is power enough to seize or destroy the world. And only I know how to release and control it. Kept insulated. And it would be fatal to open it unless in the presence of these protective fumes I discovered.
Where did it come from?
It is part of a meteorite that fell in Africa centuries ago. I risked my health, my life to get it, and to compound with it another force of my own discovery that made it the greatest power on earth. Now why shouldn't I use it as I wish, even to conquer the world? So remember, if it is ever necessary for you to move that box, do not open it. It will mean death, disaster.
Now, if I can just get this formula properly recorded.
What's the matter, Dr. Mallory? Oh, perhaps it was the fumes of the liquid, but it felt as though a man's hands were at my throat.
Not so strong here. Now it's stronger.
Hey! Who is this mug?
The fellow I winged last night. He may be one of the spy ring.
What's the matter? What was that?
The thermometer got so hot it burned my hand, and when it touched that box, it went up in smoke. Must be something pretty hot in there.
Don't open that. I'll leave Dr. Mallory open it.
I guess you're right. Well, we'll take him to headquarters first.
All right, come on.
I'm going to try to open this thing.
What's the matter, Bob? Can't you make it?
No, not yet.
Well, maybe it's just as well after what happened to that neometer. Hey, Bob. I wonder what's the matter with this car. The engine stopped running. Plenty of gas.
Hey, Bob, look! Run it down, Drake. Keep her rolling.
That's about before we all get blown to bits.
Who was it? Did you get that guy's license number?
I sure did. 130,000 volts. That's what wrecked us when I pulled that gadget on the box.
Boy, that was a close one.
I better see if the box is still there.
Yeah, I'm going after that guy we picked up in Zorka's lab.
Well, this is no time for a manhunt. It's more important we get that mystery box to the federal lab for an analysis.
Blow up the whole city?
I guess you're right. We'll take it to Dr. Mallory's house. We'll be safer there.
Let that guy get away. He's one of the spy ring.
The police will catch him. He can't get far with that bullet.
Say, what's going on here? You fellas trying to electrocute yourselves? Who's driving that car?
Take it easy.
Okay, Captain West.
We have to get to Dr. Mallory's right away. Official business.
I'll give you a lift.
All right, thanks. We'll tell you all about it on the way.
Bug!
Monk! The meteor! Monk is gone! I still have you. You will be the instrument of my vengeance. Decided to come back, did you?
The federal men broke in. They carried me off. They stole the meteor.
You're lying. I left you on guard and you betrayed me. You've sold the source of my power to my enemies.
No, I swear it.
And why did you remove that box from the secret vault?
I heard voices. I thought strangers were coming to steal it.
I shall show you what happens to those who cross me.
Don't let him get me! I'm wounded! I'm shot! I swear I'm not lying! Look!
All right. I'm going to remove that bullet. Then you will tell me what happened. Come. Put up your sleeve. Put your arm to that tube in front of the ray. Here. Take your arm out. You felt nothing.
Not a thing!
Painless surgery. This and 1,000 greater powers are possible with the secret element. And now the source of it is gone. But they shall not keep it. I know where Bob West has taken my meteor.
But I can't go with you. They know me now. If I'm taken, they'll throw me back into Alcatraz. You can make yourself invisible.
The Phantom will continue to protect you.
That newspaper lady sure sticks her nose into everything in order to write her newspaper column. And then she finds herself in a lot of dangerous situations. Good for her, G-Man Bob West is there to rescue her, although he does crash a few airplanes and cars to do it. And meanwhile, back at the lab, Dr. Zorka, who thinks that Monk is loyal to him, shows him the secret hiding place of his mysterious meteor and how to smell these weird fumes in order to move it. Oh, the science in this show is incredibly stupid. And because these movie serials were made so quickly and so cheaply, they relied heavily on borrowed stock footage. For example, when Dr. Zorka mines his meteor, that's not him at all. That's stock footage from a movie, The Invisible Ray. But nobody seemed to care. Watching these serials is a whole lot better than standing in a bread line in the middle of the Depression. And anybody else confused which are the G-men and which are the spies? Everybody's wearing dark suits with hats pulled down over their eyes. Actually, those hats pulled down was on purpose so that the stuntmen could jump in, do the stunts, and nobody'd know the difference. And look at you, Deadly, impersonating a He-Man G-Man. That's my Deadly.
The newspaper nemesis.
What's in the box?
Lunch for Dr. Mallory.
Maybe he'll swallow that, but not me. Listen, my editor's putting the pressure on me for a story. Is that one of the late Dr. Zorka's gadgets?
Look, Miss Drew, the safety of this country depends on the contents of this box. There are spies in the city paid to see Zorka's secret. Hello, Dr. Mallory.
Hello, Bob. Good. You found something. Something. It's dynamite.
Wait here, Monk.
I'll tell you what, Mallory. I'll take you to Zorka's myself. Personal escort service.
What's that? Either this place is haunted or I am. All right, Jim, you take Dr. Mallory to Zorka's. I'll follow along as soon as I talk to the office.
Well, you better make your call from outside. His wires have been tapped. Come on, Doc.
Right.
Drive to the laboratory. Mallory is playing directly into my hands.
Mallory, one of the federal boys just left for Zorka's house. They've got the box with them. Okay, we'll head for our airport. The chief has a plane ready for a getaway.
I don't feel any too comfortable with that thing so close.
Nothing can happen as long as the meteorite is not exposed.
That car's still trailing us.
All clear.
Wait a minute, there's somebody in the back. All right, come on, buddy, climb out.
Please, no, wait a minute.
Oh, you're a lot of help. Just a hitchhiker, Doctor.
Can I go along with you? Be a good scout.
Go on, bait it. Look, that car is coming back. Whoever's in that car knows we've got the meteorite. All right, get in. Stay down.
Getting soft-hearted, huh?
Now, quit the wisecrack, and there's trouble coming.
Careful now, we don't want gunfire while we're carrying that box.
Keep your hands where they are. All right, come on, get out, you. That's what we're after.
Be careful. If you drop that, we'll be blown to bits.
Pile out, all of you. We'll take you in our car.
Light him up there, facing the wall. Warm up the motor. Why, you can't take off now with that fog rolling in. Fog or no fog, we're leaving. Put that box in the plane.
If we get out of this, we'll have to do it ourselves.
Look out, you go, fellow! Don't you realize that you might have blown us to bits? This thing's a fake. blockheads! I sent you to get the source of Zorka's element. Where'd you get this?
The girl gave it to us.
Extremely clever, young lady. But we're after the source of Zorka's element, and we intend to get it. Where's the original box?
I'd like to know the answer to that one myself.
All right, Smith. Go to the back road and make a thorough search of that car. Take Mallory with you. You open the doors.
We got our landing gear.
The plane is coming back. Perhaps my element is in it.
Yeah, and maybe the mob's in it.
I shall use my visualizer and vanish. You hide the car back there in the shadow end and keep watch.
Ready for rough landing. We'll get the car and pick Jim up, then we'll come back here and look the ship over.
Suppose the spot's gonna take it.
They can't while we got this. They got away with that box of Zorkas. Let's get Jim anyhow. Funny.
What is?
There were some fingerprints on the panel I wanted to get. Now they've been wiped off.
Well, maybe I brushed against them.
No, I noticed them there before we left. I'd hoped that whoever had the box would bring it back here, but they didn't.
I guess those foreign agents still have it then.
Yeah, it looks that way. We'll have to keep them from shipping it out of the country. Can you imagine what a hostile nation could do with a weapon that would put people into a state of suspended animation?
I'd rather imagine it than see it. They could conquer the world.
According to this neometer, we are close to my element.
Start the car, quickly. The fools.
one can stand in my way. Neither Mallory's men nor Rankin's spies.
Now that you have it again, we'd both better get out of here. The G-men are guarding the place. If they find this secret room...
If they do, I have means of dealing with them. Here. This little device contains an invisible gas. Did you get the plant I asked you for?
Yes, sir.
Put it on the table.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is the first step.
It doesn't seem to be doing anything to the plant.
And the second step is my Z-ray. Any living thing impregnated with this invisible gas dies under Z-ray.
You mean that human beings?
Oh, a man first would go into deep coma. And then?
That would stop one or two men, but more would keep coming.
You seem to forget our Iron Man. Huh. Suppose you were my enemy, monk. What would you do now?
Hold him up! Hold him up, I tell you! Hold him up, I tell you!
Buy a weapon, a chair, or a gun. See if you stop it. Take him away, I don't like him. Now, do you still think my enemies will seek me here? Well, let them come.
I'm going to inspect the house. When Lieutenant Daly arrives, send him in. Keep everyone else out.
Yes, sir. Someone's coming, Doctor.
Captain West's inside the house.
All right, keep this woman here.
Say, wait a minute. I've got to get in there. I've got a right.
Keep her here if you have to tie her.
Okay, so the spies, who are headed up by a really goofy-looking guy, have kidnapped the G-men, the newspaper lady, and the meteor. They've also kidnapped Dr. Zorka's old partner, Dr. Mallory, and are forcing him to make antidotes for Dr. Zorka's weapons. Although it's going a little slower for Dr. Mallory, because apparently he's not as smart as Dr. Zorka. Well, at least he's not as crazy as Dr. Zorka. And that box with the meteor in it has been stolen back and forth so many times, I've lost track. Let's just say there's been gunfights, fistfights, car chases, Dr. Zorka appearing and disappearing, the robot popping out of his closet to terrorize anybody who comes into the lab, and Agent West crashes another airplane. Actually, that robot was very scary, especially to 10-year-olds, which made it very popular at the time, so much so that they made action figures out of him, and Rob Zombie even used him in one of his music videos. And Deadly, what do you have? Oh no, you put that meteor back where you found it before it explodes. Thank you. Oh, Dr. Zorka. No, No, Dr. Zorka, I don't know where your meteor is. Sorry. Whoa, that was close call.
I'm free, Dr. Zorka. I'm stronger than you now. Stronger than the police. You'll never make a slave out of me again.
You traitor. You didn't know that you too had been sprayed with my invisible gas. Get up on your feet. You belong to me. You can never escape me. No!
I found just the kind of office you want.
Has it a good boy to protect my meteorite?
Yeah, and it's on the same floor of the International School of Languages.
Oh, the language school. The spy's headquarters, huh?
Yeah.
Good. I can keep an eye on them also. We will move in at once.
Find out anything about those gadgets in Dr. Mallory's bag? The report just came in from the chemist. This, he says, is a neometer. An instrument that reacts in the presence of magnetized or radii substances.
Say, that's just the thing we need to locate Dr. Zorka's mysterious box.
Exactly. Now, you take this back to Zorka's, and if his box is anywhere in the neighborhood, you should know it.
Hold on a minute. This needle's going a mile a minute. Pointing to this door. Monk's in there.
Monk. Come on, now, spill it. Where's that box?
I don't know what you're talking about. That's a pretty good disguise, Monk. But you're going to tell us where that box is hidden.
I don't know.
You're lying. Look at his neometer.
Monk! Bob! Monk! Monk, where are you? The box in the hole.
Look, we won't, all right. Now, you get going. I'll lock this guy and Monk in the vault so we can get back.
Let me out. Let me. Dr. Zorka. Dr. Zorka. My meteorite. Where is it? It's gone. We're locked in. We'll suffocate.
No. No one is going to die. Excepting my enemies. Stand back. Science and genius combined. There's nothing that can withstand its power. Get up.
Who were those men? They sounded like spies, but their faces were strange. Masks. How did they find us? They had the neometer with them. They couldn't have, unless you gave it to them. Well, they must have stolen it from Mallory.
In any event, we can't remain here. Start packing.
I'm convinced that Dr. Zorka is still alive, operating from some hidden part of his house. The robot was manipulated by someone.
I don't remember Dr. Zorka ever referring to a robot during the time we were associated, but there were many things he kept secret from me.
Well, that's for us to find out. Where's Jim?
Went back to headquarters.
Well, I'll join him, then we'll head for the Zorka house.
Make me one of those belts, Dr. Zorka, so I can make myself invisible, too. If you don't, the cops will get me sure, and I'll spend the rest of my life in jail.
There's no time for that. Besides, I need someone to draw suspicion from myself.
What we do? We can't go back to our office in that building now they know it's there.
You forget I can go back unseen.
Guess the chief had the right hunch. What's that? Zorka's still alive. Whoever worked his way out of that vault had plenty on the ball. Well, he'll never find that box of his where we've got it hidden in the warehouse. If it was Zorka, he'd head back to his laboratory. We'll look that place over. Better go in separate cars. Take it easy now. No telling what we'll run into in there.
Now we will learn what I have done with my precious element. Suppose they find us.
Our Iron Man will protect us.
See anything? No, I can't see anything, but I can hear them.
Well, there's nobody in this part of the house. That's a cinch. If we find the old boy, do we take him to the same place we did the box? Yeah, it's handy to the pier. Chief wants to ship them both out of the country as soon as possible.
What do you mean, handy to the pier? It's a half mile from the waterfront.
Oh, you're thinking about the other joint. I mean the old warehouse across from the Green Star Pier.
Pipe down, both of you.
We have tricked them into revealing the hiding place of our meteorite.
See that they are all destroyed. I must go to that warehouse.
Well, let's get out of here.
Oh, they're done for. We gotta get to the river warehouse. Zorka's heard about it, sure. He's on his way there now.
Where's the box the boys brought last night?
Upstairs? What's it to you?
Take us up there.
Come on, quit stalling. Where's that box? In the experimental lab. But the door's locked and...
Now we're unlocked. Put him in the closet.
Come on, you. Don't make a sound because I'll be right outside. beating us to it. Stand where you are, everybody.
Dr. Zorka's relationship with Monk is really dysfunctional. Zorka terrorizes Monk, Monk betrays Zorka, they make up, and then they do it all over again. I know that Monk wants out, but he's so terrified of going back to Alcatraz that he'll do anything that Dr. Zorka tells him. Well, most of the time. Especially when the Iron Man is after him, which is pretty funny to watch. And what was Dr. Zorka thinking? To take his meteor and hide it in an office down the hall from the spy ring's headquarters at the language school. Did he think nobody'd find it there? Actually, how did they find it? I'll tell you how they did it. The script introduced a nifty new widget called a neameter that can detect the meteor no matter where it is. So now everybody got a neameter and they can chase each other around and steal the meteor and speed this show up. I do have to say that Dr. Zorka's lab is pretty cool. He's got this brick door that opens up out of his wall, a swirly thing that heals bullet wounds, Z-ray guns, and bags full of exploding spiders. The only thing that doesn't match up in his lab is the exit door. It's this little wooden door about 3 feet off the ground that you have to jump up on a ledge to leave. And Deadly, please, stop looking at that swirly thing. You're either going to get hypnotized or go back to the Twilight Zone.
Where have you been, Monk? I was caught by Mallory and the government man. Did they have my meteor?
No, but they chased a car with 2 spies in it.
Captain West hasn't it either.
Maybe the spies have it.
They have my meteor, but not all of it. Come. I have still enough elements to destroy all my enemies.
So why don't you use it before they finish us?
No. To do it now, it would mean to destroy my meteorite. That I have to get back first.
I'll go with you.
No. You stay here. This is work for the Phantom alone.
Right, I've got it. We'll be on our way in a minute. Be sure and keep Zorka's lab covered. Yeah, goodbye. Headquarters reports that the Phantom radio is broadcasting its mysterious code again. The federal truck's trying to locate it. If we make it snappy, we can find the truck in the vicinity of State and Main Street.
You said I could be in on the finish.
Sure, I'm hoping this will be it. Do you stand by here, Doctor, in case we need you?
Surely, and good luck, Bob.
Thanks. I could use a little bit of luck.
Concerning Z46. Batavia. 9-7. Atlantic. What's wrong?
Plenty. The federal radio truck is only 4 blocks away, heading in this direction.
Well, they can't decipher this code I'm using.
Maybe not, but they can trace from where it's coming from.
I must finish.
Captain West. The Phantom radio's in this block somewhere, Captain. The estimates prove that.
Phone for more men. Have them surround the block. We'll search every building in this neighborhood if necessary.
Yes.
We'll cover as much as we can till help arrives. Jim, you take that street. Come on, Jim.
210. Urgent.
Federal truck stopped at the corner. Captain West just met it.
We'll get away in the old car that's parked in the alley. Come.
There go 2 of those spies now.
We have to get after him. Mike's got the car.
Well, one of the other boys just caught here. His car's around the corner.
I'll take it. You stay here and try to find the radio location.
All right.
You better stay here and look out and see if anyone...
Let me drive in case you have to do any shooting.
All right, Bluster. Still want to be in on the finish, eh? Even if it is your own.
Go ahead, but no more cars are coming through before the blast.
Thanks.
Isn't that a barricade across the road?
Yes, but it may be a trick to stop us. Keep going.
Stop! 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 Hey! Hey! Stop!
We got through.
Back to the car.
It's running wild.
Zorka. Invisible. We can't stop him. I've a better plan. Get out your mask.
Put out your hands. Put them out.
Stay there, my friend. We need you.
Jarvis. Thought I recognized your hand in this. Been after you for a long time.
Come on. Get up. She thinks he's a masked marvel, too.
Nice work, Gene. All right, Jarvis. What'd you do with Zorka's meteorite?
We haven't got it. Zorka took
Quiet,
it.
idiot. What am I offered if I talk?
10 years or more in a federal prison, but you don't have to talk. Your partner here told me all I want to know. A get in the car. You drive, Chief.
Yes, Jim, throw a ring of men around Zorka's place. Better have them equipped with gas masks. Remember, you're dealing with an invisible force. All right, I'll see you there.
See? You've been slow about holding that canoe. Now you can go to town. Warn everybody.
You mean I can tell the whole story?
That's right, shoot the word.
Boy, well, I tell 'em.
This time I think I've got it, Bob.
You mean you can make Zorka visible in spite of his devisualizer?
That's exactly what I mean. Watch. That's the way Zorka makes himself invisible. Now we will dissolve the aura of invisibility and disclose what it hides. Perkins, the ray gun.
May I take this with me?
Of course.
Now we can deal with Dr. Zorka.
Hurry.
Now. Another, quickly. Now. I need enough to destroy the world if they force me to it. Listen. Quiet.
Anything new, Parker? Not yet, Lieutenant. Sergeant, spread your men along this side. Corporal Peters' men will take care of the other side. Up, Captain. I've sent 4 men inside with masks.
All right, I'll follow them.
Look out! What's that?
Soldiers are out there.
Quick now, the airport.
Get an ambulance, Jim. These men have to be gotten to Dr. Mallory at once.
Hey, can you fly a plane?
Sure I can.
Nobody's flying today.
Why not?
Government orders. All planes are grounded. Say, don't you read the papers?
Get aboard, quick.
Where to? Over the Federal Building. It shall be the first.
Yeah. Biplane, two-seater, eh? Thanks, we'll get right after him. Headquarters says Zorka's grabbed the plane. There's another man with him. Must be Monk. Come on, Jim, let's go.
Machine gun. No, don't shoot. If you hit the meteorite, you'll blow us all out of the sky. He trapped me. But I take them with me, all of them. Put down the down. Dive for the ocean. I'll not be killed. I'll give up first.
I have brought you here to advise you that I have recommended you in the orders of the day and have recommended to the President that you be awarded the Medal for Distinguished Service. Thank you, sir. I think Jean should get both our medals, Bob. She earned them.
You really did, sir. The hardest job for a good reporter is to suppress untimely news.
I assure you, Miss Drew, on behalf of the people of the United States and myself, your efforts in this case are deeply appreciated.
Can I print that?
This time, yes.
So there you have it. Another monochromatic movie marvel and a wonderful blast from the past movie serial starring a creepy, wacky Bela Lugosi. This movie teach me that if you're a mad scientist and you want to rule the world, you had best have some really cool exploding gadgets to help you do it, or at least to help you look pretty cool while you're trying. This movie also teach me that great formulas never die. I mean, all the movies and TV shows that we watch today are strongly influenced by these old movie serials, like having non-stop action, cliffhanger endings, serialized weekly shows, and creative movie titles. So until next time, or not, this is Arachna of the Spider People, wishing you nighty-night, and don't let your car go right off a cliff. Oh, Deadly. Amusement parks are so much fun. There's the sticky junk food and the penny arcades and the rides that make you want to throw up. And, oh, look, there's a new ride. Time Travel Cliffhanger. We've never ridden that one before. Let's try it, okay? I'll go get the tickets. Excuse me, I'd like 2 tickets to this ride, please. Thank you. Whoa. Where did I see that fortune teller before? She looks very familiar. I don't know. Okay, Deadly, I got the tickets. Let's go. Okay, let me climb into this thing. And we're gonna time travel. Oh, Deadly, this is so exciting. I've never time traveled before. Now you be sure to hold on tight. You're so light and skinny, you could just fly out of here.
Your travel time destination.
Oh, we get to choose what time we go back to. Okay, how about the 1950s? We watch all of these scary movies from 1950s. Let's go see what it was really like. Okay, here we go. Next stop, 1950s. Wait a minute. They said this was a time machine. It's just acting like a plain old roller coaster. Here we go. Oh, Deadly. Now I know why they call this a cliffhanger. We're hanging off a cliff. Oh, Deadly, we really are time traveling. Then we're back to the 50s. Look, there's Bela Lugosi. Hi, Bella. And there's our old car. I remember that drive-in theater. She looks very familiar. Oh, this is so exciting. But I think I might throw up any minute. Oh. Oh no, our ride is over. Oh. Let's go again, okay? Only this time, let's go to Transylvania and see if we can't find Dracula.